Good morning, class. I hope we're all feeling well this morning. Today, we are going to begin to learn about our 5 food groups. So, we've got a pyramid that we follow, or a diagram, any type of diagram. So, I've got one up here on the board today that stipulates what the 5 different food groups are, and I'll hand one all out to you in a moment as well. So within our 5 food groups, we've got our grains. Does anyone know what would fall under our grain food group? Yes, so we've got any type of breads. Yeah, rice, yeah. Anyone else? No, that's okay. So it could also be things like oats or any type of wholemeal stuff or wholemeal breads. So that's a part of our grains. So grains are also known as carbohydrates, so they give us our main source of energy throughout the day so that we can play, so we can dance, so we can go play sports on lunchtime. They're our main source of energy, so they're very important for us. We've also got our vegetables or legumes. So does anyone know what type of vegetables or legumes? Can anyone give me an example? Broccoli? Yes, broccoli is one. Pumpkin? Yes. Yeah, definitely. So we've got our veggies, which are high in vitamins. So yeah, it is important to have lots of veggies within our diet. We've also got our proteins. So can anyone give me an example of what they think protein might be? Chicken? Yes, chicken is definitely a source of protein. Fish? Yes. Yes, we've also got fish. It could also be any type of lean meat or lean red meat as well. So the proteins that we have throughout our diet are very important. They make us nice and strong and they keep us nice and full throughout the day. Next one we've got on our diagram is dairy. So dairy is a main source of calcium. It makes our bones nice and strong. Can anyone give me an example of what they think dairy is? Milk. Yes, that one came out straight away. So everyone knows that milk is a dairy item. It can also be things like yogurt or any type of cheeses as well. We've also got fruit in our diets, which is very important. So fruit's also very high in fiber and vitamins. Can anyone give me an example of a fruit? Yes, apples, pears, oranges. Lovely. So those are all very good examples of our fruits. With healthy eating, guys, we can also have sometimes food, we're going to call them. So sometimes foods are the things that we like to have but aren't so good for us. So we've got things like lollies and chocolates and chips. They're super delicious but not so good for us. They sometimes make us feel a little sluggish or a little suppose you have a little bit of a crash after you have them. They're good to have because they taste really yummy, but we can get some better energy from other foods within our healthy food groups. So we can have them sometimes, just not all the time. Okay, so what we're going to do as a class, I'll get 5 of you, Tom, Sarah, Chloe, Paige and Seth. Can you go grab your lunch boxes and come back to the carpet? Beautiful. Thank you for being so quick. So, Tom, can you pull out something from your lunchbox? As a class, we'll decide what food group that will fall into. Cool, so you've got some carrots. So class, what do we think that falls under? Vegetables, yes. And Sarah, what's one thing you got in your lunchbox? Yogurt, yes. And class, what do we think that falls under? Dairy, yes. And Chloe, what have you got in your lunchbox? You got some tuna. Lovely. So class, what do we think that falls under? Our proteins. Very good. And Paige, what have you got in your lunchbox? You've got some, sorry, what have you got? Some bread. Cool. So bread. So what do we think that falls under, class? Carbohydrates. Yes, lovely. And Seth, what have you got in your lunchbox? A banana. Beautiful. And class, what do we think that falls under? Our fruits. Yes, very good. Cool. Well, guys, what we're going to do now, we're going to move into an activity. Before I forget, I'm going to all put a flyer into your pencil cases for you to take home to your parents, just to let them know what we'll be learning about over the next few weeks, and to keep them up to speed as well. So I'll put those in your pencil cases. We're going to move into activity now. I'll get you to sit on your desk, and I'm going to get you all to draw a picture of a healthy lunchbox, and then we're going to share it with the class.